Chelsea Speaker from Handelsblatt Global Edition. Capturing a special place or event on camera is one thing, but what if you could capture an entire moment in a 360-degree photo? A Berlin startup set to work. The Panono camera takes a full 360-degree panoramic picture in a single shot. The photo allows you to scroll through and view every angle as if you were standing right where it was taken. Thrown in the air, the camera automatically takes a picture at the highest point.
You switch it on by pushing the button. That's it. Now we can throw it into the air, or you can put it on a tripod, or you can use a selfie stick to take a picture.
Yeah, why don't we try that?
And we just have to look into the cameras and hit the button, and we're done. We can even zoom in and let's focus, for example, on the back.
Can see our feet.
Can see our feet, so everything is there.
So basically we can just turn around 360 degrees with this and see everything as if we were just standing there.
Correct. If you think about it, why does a photo have to be limited to a certain angle of space? Our brain is not limited. My brain reconstructs everything. And with these kind of pictures, we capture the moments, the way we as humans perceive situations, and are able to play them back again.
The idea came to me originally when I was on vacation and I was taking panoramas with my normal camera. So you take one picture after the other and they're all overlapping, but you need to take a lot of pictures, right, to cover the whole sphere. And you need to do that very quickly if there's anything moving.
The Panono ball contains 36 individual cameras that look in every direction.
So that's the original prototype of the Panono, which I built for my master's thesis project.
How did you get from the prototype to where you are today?
This needs many, many people and many years. You shrink stuff by using more advanced technology like flexible circuit boards, for example, and then a lot of software had to be written.
So fundamentally, if you're a startup building hardware, on top of software or next to software, obviously you have to manage two very different processes, right? I mean, many startups by now have very good understanding of how software processes work, how you can build software in an agile and fast fashion. And you have to try to apply some of these principles to your hardware development processes as well, which are fundamentally different. So I think bringing those two together and managing them in a unified way is probably the biggest challenge.
Panono has designed two different products. The professional version costs €1,500 and is already being sold. The consumer version is still being developed and will cost around €600. The launch is planned by the end of 2016.
There are a lot of trends that are very supportive for what Panono is doing. For example, look at Facebook, they have deployed 360-degree videos. Or look at all the development you have with Oculus Rift and artificial reality or virtual reality glasses. You have to develop kind of new hardware to cover all that area. So this is a very interesting area, but again, it's a hardware product. Developing a hardware product is a tricky thing.
Panono camera has a lot of B2B applications as well. So users are, for example, hotels or real estate or maybe even insurance companies. You want to show your customers how that place looks like. This will be your hotel room or just a flat you're about to rent. Or disaster zone, for example, for journalists.
There will be a hard competition from two sides in the near future. From the low end, we will see smartphone applications that allow you to take these panoramic images just by swiping your hand. And on the high end, we will see flying drones that are equipped with these panoramic cameras. And so I think this company should think about how to integrate this technology in smartphone apps and even in flying drones.
We are the only ones that really focus on still images, right? So because we focus on photos and not on video, we have the highest resolution camera on the market by a factor of 5. And that's, we think, not going to change anytime soon. Because if you focus on video, technologically, it's very, very difficult to get to this kind of resolution that we have.
Developing that kind of technology has a high price tag. Panono took a gamble and started 2 crowdfunding campaigns. Both were successful, raising a total of around €2.74 million.
I may be an old-fashioned investor, but crowdfunding is dealing with lots of small investors And one, Mrs. Schulz from Potsdam, that invested €100 in a prototype that she wants to get sometime in the future, can be a big troublemaker if she doesn't get the product on time. You don't want that as a founder or a company manager. You want to deal with few professional investors to support you in the good times as much as in the bad times.
Zira is a research and rating service for investors based in Tel Aviv. It provides tools that help investors assess the quality and potential of funding private companies. We asked them to give us their analysis of Panono.
The Zira rating system grants Panono a score of 7.3 out of 10, which is average for a company of that stage. They raised a significant amount of money on a crowdfunding campaign. They received very good reviews, and they put together very strong partnerships for distribution and manufacturing. On the red flag side, we should mention that the product is susceptible to becoming a niche product in a space that is becoming very competitive, and the company is going to need to raise additional money in order to really scale a consumer-grade distribution for that product.